everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's Eric Ebron's Lions going up against Evan Ingram's Giants. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth with, as always, Charles Davis. Charles, a lot of times in the open, we focus on quarterbacks, running backs. What about the tight ends in this one?
Well, I think LR identified it really well because the tight ends are matchup nightmares nowadays. Who are you going to cover them with? Because really, they are pumped up wide receivers who can flat out run and use their body to create bigger plays. Cover them with a linebacker, cover them with a defensive back. Either way, they feel like they have the advantage.
The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Eli Manning, in season number 14 now.
Had another nice season a year ago, his sixth 4,000-yard campaign, but even more importantly, got his Giants back into the playoffs with an 11-5 mark after 3 straight losing seasons.
First carry now for Paul Perkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, back to Perkins. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Here's Perkins on first down. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down following the run. Now they'll throw it with Manning. A dump off to Vereen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
After guys have been in the NFL for a little while, you start to think that people will start to catch up with them because they've watched film and they kind of get a so-called book on them. But I think Odell Beckham Jr. continues to ascend because of his ability to not just create, but compete. He comes up with different ways to run his routes, different ways to shake people off. But the way he competes for the football always means he's going to be a big-time target for whoever's playing quarterback.
On second down, Perkins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. And now the Lions defensive starters.
It's hard to believe that a guy can get double-digit sacks in the NFL, and we can still describe him as raw, but that's the case for Ziggy Ansah, who went to BYU, mainly as a track and field guy, gravitated towards football, became a starter for 1 season, and then moved into the NFL. A lot of potential left to scratch for him, a lot more pass rush moves left to be added, but he is a scary, scary prospect.
From the gun on third down, Madden. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 4th down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker Aldrick Rosas for the field goal try. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 9th-year man out of Georgia, their quarterback, and that's Matthew Stafford.
The arm has always been evident. The maturity has really increased in the last couple of seasons. How about 2016 for Matthew Stafford? 8 game-winning drives in the 4th quarter or overtime, the most by a quarterback in a single season in the Super Bowl era. In fact, one Detroit newspaper put the odds of all those comebacks occurring at 8.65 billion to 1.
It's crazy. 8.65 billion to 1. I don't know that lightning will strike twice, but what a season. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
With Matthew Stafford at quarterback and Marvin Jones and Golden Tate at wide receiver, we know that Detroit is proficient at throwing the football, but they want to increase their running game production. Only 30th in the league in 2016. They went out and signed offensive guard T.J. Lang and right tackle Ricky Wagner in order to try and get the running game going.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is Harris. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They go with Perkins again. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The Lions gave up 177 rushing yards to Seattle in their playoff loss last year. And DeAndre Levy, their best inside linebacker, no longer with the team. That made Jared Davis out of Florida a really good selection for the Lions.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. They find some open field here. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Perkins on the give from Manning. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Shotgun now for Manning. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
As explosive and dynamic a playmaker as Brandon Marshall's been in his career, can you believe he's never been to the postseason in 11 years?
Yeah, 11 years. He's hoping to get there, obviously, with the Giants. One thing's for sure, didn't have to move his locker far. When he went from the Jets to the Giants, same facility.
You can keep the same address as well.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Manning to throw on second down. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Sometimes we get hung up on the stature of a player. Paul Perkins just 5'10", but you get him in space, throw the ball to him, he can create some plays downfield.
Just a second-year guy was taken in the 5th round. Does he have a bright future in this league, Charles?
I think so. He's one of those guys I watched in college and thought definitely had a future in the NFL.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Manning to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And now it's second and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
On 4th down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker Aldrick Rosas for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 2nd down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Janoris Jenkins was always thought of as a first-round talent coming out of college. And while he went in the 2nd round, he got better and better in his years with the Rams because of his ability to track the football. In fact, when he got his hands on the ball, it often went the other way for touchdowns. And in his first year in 2016 with the Giants, he continued to ascend at the cornerback position, locked down some of the better receivers in the league, and his confidence grew with each and every game.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion 1st down.
Eric Ebron's got skills to spare. They just want the production to equal those, and he needs some good health in order to get that done. Had 61 catches in 2016, battling an ankle.
Yeah, the surprise, though, just one of those 61 hit pay dirt. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 6-0 is our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Again, it's Abdullah. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's exactly what Detroit wants to do with Theo Riddick. Find a way to get him the ball on 3rd down out of the backfield. Man's got excellent hands.
The numbers bear that out. 2 years ago, led all running backs with 80 catches. 10 games last year, 53 catches. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
They go back to Riddick. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dwayne Washington, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, here's Manning. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. From the gun, it's Manning. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Manning going to give it to Perkins. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again, they go to Perkins. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Vereen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag.
Still first down.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So that'll back him up 5.
Still 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run. It's Vereen. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on second down is Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Manning going to give to Perkins on a draw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Perkins. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Manning. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I'm pretty sure the Giants saw big success for Sterling Shepard coming out of Oklahoma. They could see him in their offense working in the middle of the field and making big catches.
Second only to Michael Thomas last year among rookies in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. with Perkins. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly near the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield, here's Manning. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Fresh set of downs here. Operating from the gun. Manning throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, this trio that New York has compiled, Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard, and, of course, Odell Beckham Jr., fits right into head coach Ben McAdoo's attack. They led the league in 3 wide receiver sets in 2016.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Manning now on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Manning going to try and throw on third down. And this is complete. It's Marshall. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Now Manning again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Giants are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Lions won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Lions have it midway through the first. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Continuing on the drive, defense will get to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 7. Third and long. Washington's by himself here, and he caps the drive with a score. They go up by 1. Third down from the 10. Fareed's got it on the run, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Giants on top by 6. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to New York as we turn it back over to Brandon Goddard.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down at Stafford. Escapes the sack. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Ebron's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Sometimes one little event in a play, it can throw everything off, like the butterfly effect. I think that's what we saw that time.
Yeah, you're talking about he gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage. That throws the play awry, so now he's got to exit out of the pocket. And just think, if he doesn't have that happen, maybe the play goes the way he wants to, and he's able to get a completion downfield. In this case, incomplete pass.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And And Detroit getting set to go now.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And tough starting field position here. Play faked Abdullah. It's Stafford. That's pulled in by the rookie Kenny Galladay. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
First and 10, Stafford. Ebron caught left side. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They go with Abdullah again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. Riddick with a carry. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll try the air now with Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards to go here on second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Fells has it, left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing again is Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They run, Abdullah, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amir Abdullah punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And that one puts them on top here in the third. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Amir Abdullah that finishes it off with a touchdown run. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Harris to return it. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And New York set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On the run, it's Perkins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. From the gun, it's Manning. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Working from the gun, Manning. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And when I analyze Darius Slay, you know what I always come back to? His extreme confidence in his ability to play the corner. And that's not something to be taken lightly in the NFL, because every week he's taking on a big-time player.
Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Play action, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. To throw is Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, spinning away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
to Perkins. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Manning. And under the Lions' pressure, he's down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, Manning. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Brad Wing now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Stafford now on second down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Manning now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Manning over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 65 yards. And the Giants are a two-point conversion away from tying this football game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down at Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On the ground, it's Reddick. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Stafford on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul in there there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down to Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. Manning now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a nice spin into some open field. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down. They go counter. Perkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Shotgun now for Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
You know as well as I do, it's really important to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved early. And that's the first time that Eli Manning was able to find him, and we're in the second half.
You think he and Eli maybe had some words on the sideline? Hey, let's get on the same page?
Without a doubt, because they know that that kick starts their team. That gets them going. And now they have to do it again and again as we go down the stretch.
They'll run here with Vereen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, Manning. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
And there's no doubt in my mind that this guy has been eager for this season. Talk about Ziggy Ansah. For him to get back to sacking quarterbacks as he did in 2015, 2016 was really kind of a wash because of an ankle injury.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Operating from the gun. Manning. Wide open. It's Marshall complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Into the red zone now. Manning firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. The great move couldn't free it. Taken down at the 10. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On the run, here's Vereen. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And Rosas puts this one through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Room here to run. And he's into the clear. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. They had just relinquished the lead on the field goal. Ensuing kickoff, they get that lead right back.
So does this come under the heading of you can't keep a good team down?
There you go. That works. Eye for an eye.
I'm with you on that one. Just to be able to break back immediately. Not down at all. No heads down after giving up the lead and coming right back at them. And a special team score, that's like gold in a coach's manual.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now it's Stafford. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. On first down, Manning. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Manning. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 83 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now it's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Stafford now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. Well, tie game, fourth quarter, defense did its job. You're thinking you just want to get the ball in the punt. They got one better than that with a block.
And a monstrous play at this stage of the game. All things being equal, they want to run some clock and put points on the board. But bottom line, don't let those 3 points get away. It's a great chance to take the lead.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences. And you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Watch 85, ball's going 85. Watch 85.
Now Manning. Open space inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns. Just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know. Pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys on the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
First and goal, Perkins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Lions going to stop this momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll let the shorter back Perkins run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Back to throw. Manning. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. On the return, Dwayne Washington. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds. And on 2nd and 10 now. He's back to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.